Okay, I think we're working. There, welcome to the beginning part of the video where I just check to see if everything is working. See how we get on, see if that comes up in chat quickly. And yeah, it looks like we're going. Fantastic. Does that come up in chat? Yeah, very good. Right, looks like we're good to go. Okay. Hi, I'm Chris, and this is my game Realm of the Empress. It's a single-player fantasy adventure board game where you explore a large open area, in this case Port Ovis, do quests, learn and upgrade a variety of skills, and buy different weapons and armour and upgrade those to progress your character. There's also a main story that takes place in your dreams and should hopefully act as a hook to keep you wanting to play more and find out what happens. In this video series I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the whole game. Each video should be about an hour long, and the last playthrough I did was about 60 hours, so it should be quite a long series. I'm streaming Monday to Thursday at 7 PM UK time every week for the next few months. So please feel free to leave a comment on any of the videos, or if you catch a live stream, write something in chat, as any and all feedback is super helpful and kind of the reason why I'm doing this. So I'm not going to do a big recap of everything. I'd recommend watching the tutorial videos or the first video in the series to see how you start playing the game. So we left off last stream just having slept in the wild again, and we forgot to buy a bedroll. I was talking about it the whole time, but I managed to forget all about it. So that means we only had a maximum sleep of 3 hours instead of the 5 to reset the nodes, but that shouldn't be a big deal because we stayed out later so we could hunt a night stalker, and we managed just about to kill it. So that was if you want to see how that worked out, watch the end of the last stream. So we got maggots from that, and the big deal with that is that we can get better fish, and we need 2 fish to finish off a quest or to progress a bit more of a quest. And then we've got we picked up 2 other quests as well. So here's my quest tracker, and we've got 5 quests going on at once at the moment. They're just little decks that are kept in the tracker, and they're labelled A to Z and numbered 1 to whatever. We've also got where we left off on the map card and our player marker, the 12-sided die. What I do need to do before we start playing on is just to add up any health and roll for the weather. So it was raining. We've got a little chit that has a rain on it. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. It's either going to be raining or it's going to be okay. There's no way that's going to focus. A 5 and a 6 mean it's raining. We kind of don't want it to rain because we would like to upgrade our armor. Before I do that, I'll just show you. We've got a player board, also made out of cardboard at the moment. Top left is our equipment, leather armor. We've got iron daggers at the moment, which is going to be our final weapon, so we're just going to work on upgrading that. We get a satchel at the beginning of the game. Our pouch holds any item that you can use during combat. At the moment it's just food, as that's the main way of getting a health back. The satchel gives us 35 spaces. We use half-inch square chits, but some of them are slightly different shapes, so there's a bit of real space inventory management. We've got a space for quest items and a dream deck, which is slightly different to the other decks in the game of cards. You have to go through it in an order for it to make sense, obviously, and you only have a chance of dreaming, and you have to be sleeping in a bed or bedroll. We didn't do that last time or last night in the in-game, so we don't get to roll to see if we get a chance to dream. We're on dream 4 out of 10 at the moment. It's supposed to be a little bit cryptic, so it's supposed to keep you kind of wanting to know what's happening, really. And there's an inventory slot here, but we haven't unlocked that anymore because we haven't paid off the innkeeper. She takes 10 gold for 1 day, or 50 gold for 7 days. So it's a better deal to do the 7 days. Then we've got a skiff storage, which I haven't done yet. We've got the weather system, which we're going to roll for in a minute. And then we've got a space for Merwin's map, which is the quest item we got, which is the only map of the game, in the game of the area. So it's quite useful to have a spot there so we can determine roughly where we're going. So we're going to roll for the weather. 5 or 6, it's raining. It's a 5. No way. It's raining again. We are not doing well. I'm surprised by that. That's 3 days in a row it's raining. That's annoying. We can think of other stuff to do. This is the part of the game. So that's that done. We then add up what our health is, because we only slept for 3 hours because we didn't have a bedroll. That was the max we could sleep in the wild. First of all, none of the nodes are going to reset because they only reset after 5 hours. And then we also didn't get a chance to do the sleep. So that's a bit annoying. And anyway, but we can do our health. I've got a little tracker here with little pins in it. So our health is from our species. You pick at the beginning of the game. They got a combat and skill bonus. And they have their own positives and negatives. The one we picked is called a Fallen Fae and it only has 5 health. It's quite low, but you add the defense from your armor to get your total, and then you can even add a sleep bonus which can give a maximum of 10 extra health. But you never level up back to that point. Again, that sleep bonus is just there at the beginning. Once it's gone for the day. So we're just going to add up our values. I think about 32 in total, but we should try to add it up again. I did this last stream. It takes me a bit of time. So I'm just going to look in here on the rule book, and we got we did a couple of upgrades for some of our gear as well. So we got 9 plus 6 is 12, and then we're going to add 5 to that, so that's going to be 17, 8, and then 2 more to be 19. Then we've got a bear leather hat actually, so that's 5 onto that 19 is 24, and then we add, is that right? 6, 9, no, 6 plus 9. So 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. It's 15. 15 plus 5 is 20, 22. Plus 5 is 27. Plus our 5 from our species is 32. I was right. So I've got a little tracker here. For that, we'll just put 32 in for our health. So that's our max health. We can always heal up to that point, but never past it. And like I said, you can't heal into your sleep bonus. I won't bother going to the tracker. You'll have to have a look at them for some other ones for that. So we went through the night. We reset in our day and night schedule. We haven't paid the inn. We're on day 1 of week 2. We've unlocked a lot of the skills, 14 skills. We've unlocked most. We're at level 2 at cooking. We need to upgrade some of the other ones really. So I'll just put that away. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do some of these quests. I think we're going to do fishing first. But we've got to go over to the sea node. We haven't done any sea fishing, but you have to do sea fishing with maggots because that's the only place you can get large fish. So we're going to do that. So here's our map card. I'll just do a quick rundown of this. So they're mini cards. They're over 300 in total. In the top left corner is the number of the card. So this is on 64. And then north, east, south and west are numbers corresponding to the next map card you should pick if you go in that direction. You can't go diagonal, you can't swim, and you can't climb up and down sort of cliff edges, and bushes are barriers. So we're going to start all the way from 12. So our first step is number 1. Every 12 steps is 1/2 hour, 16 hours in a day, 8 at night. It's a lot of information maybe at the beginning, but like I said, go back at to some of the earlier videos or the first video, and it unveils itself quite slowly. So it shouldn't be too much at the beginning of the game. So we're here. We're doing quest V at the moment. We got from the pub, and we need to talk to Tanib. So we can do that on the way to do some fishing. So trying to remember where we are. We know we want to go east anyway, east and south bit. So I'm just going to put that there. I don't know how far south the fishing is, so we'll do that. So here's my box of map cards separated into 50s. So you just pick out the separated area that you need. So we want 65 to go east. So I just take the whole deck, and then I'll find 65 by looking in the top left corner. There we go. So there's a fair bit of card management in this game. but hopefully that's to be expected, being a card-based game. So yeah, there's a fair bit of me putting cards away and bringing them back out again. Going east to west or west to east is nice and easy because it's always sequential. But going north and south, you might skip a bit more and you have to change them out a little bit. So here we're going along, and then we want 113 next. So I'm going to put this section of 50 away, and then I'll move us. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Brand new day. I should move the marker. So we are now day 2, week 2. I said before, I'll say it again, I think this game is good for journaling, because you keep track of the day and the stuff you do can be quite varied. So it could, and the amount of time, this is 60 hours or so to play through the whole game. When you look back on it, it's quite interesting, at least it was for me, to look back and see what all the different things I'd done. So we're looking at 113 and we're going south, or we could maybe just go past the farm and then go drop down from there. It's probably a bit quicker than going along the paths. The paths always lead to buildings where the characters are, so if you ever get lost, best thing to do is try to find a path. So I think we are going to keep going along, if I remember correctly. So we got 69. Yes, we can go, and then we want 70. We're going to go past the farm. I don't think we. No, we don't think we. We've got these apples trees here where you can get 1 chits, but I think I've used those already. I've got a new tracker for all the nodes now, so it's better to keep track of everything. So we need to sleep for 5 hours before we can reset everything first. Right, we're going all the way along, and then we're going to go south. So on 108 next. So we're quite close to the inn, which is on card 107. Everything will be obviously unfamiliar at the beginning of the game, but once you play more and more, you'll remember roughly where things are. So you not need the downtime or uptime. The time it takes to find stuff and go through stuff is a lot less the more you play. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps, and you'll get very familiar with a 12-sided die, which I'd never used before, and now I know very easily. So it's quite easy to switch for all the numbers. So 108. So the idea is that time will pass when you're moving quite slowly, but then when you start doing things that will earn you gold, which is the only currency in the game, or upgrading your skills or doing the skills, then time will go past a bit quicker. But it's never a big deal unless you're paying for the inn and want to get a lot of stuff done whilst you're still doing that. I didn't want to make it punishing. It's a single player game. You can play at your own pace. So here's the inn. I'm thinking we're going to need to go further along. I wonder if we can just move these across a little bit. I don't know exactly how far east we're going to go. I'm just going to try to move us a little bit, see if we can keep it all in shot. The space I can fit in the camera where it isn't super large, so that's why I need to sort of change the cards a little bit more often than maybe you would need to do if you weren't filming. So we're going to go all the way down here. That, if I check on the map, Merwin's map, that's the bakery. Don't think we need to do anything there unless we want to buy a pie. I think it's 15 gold. We've got 29. Better to upgrade a skill, really. We're not planning on doing any fighting, so maybe, don't know, it's better to kill an animal, but it's raining so the animals don't come out unless I want to learn the hunting skill. I wonder how we learn a hunting skill. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, because that means we can hunt for animals even when it's raining. Let me just check the characters deck. Here we've got all the characters in the game. On the back it tells you what their shops are if they have a shop. Erith here is the shopkeep, so he's got quite a few items, for example. I'm just going to have a quick check to see who teaches us the hunting skill, because maybe we can do something for that. Ivan teaches it to us. Where does Ivan stay? So Ivan, I think, is in the inn, if I'm correct. Let me just double check. So we got, when you land on a map card with a building on it, this is the building's deck that has all the interiors on the back. So if we go to 107, which is the inn, and each building, some buildings can have more than one card, like that one does. And we can double check if Ivan was in here. Yeah, I thought so. So I'll just show you what that looks like. Here's the what each of the interiors of the houses look like. It shows you which characters are inside, and then it's gridded so you can do the sneaking skill and steal some stuff if you want to, but there is a morality system, so you have to be careful. So Ivan is here. I think we can just pay. There's no, on the back of his character card, it would say if you need to unlock something, a skill, usually through a quest. But I'm pretty sure the hunting one, I wanted to have Ivan do something because he's only part of one quest, only a couple of bits. So he's actually part of quest V, which is what we want to do. So maybe we'll come back to you. And we got V3. When we get to V3, we'll come back to Ivan and try and remember. Maybe we'll learn the hunting skill, and that's something I can also show the mini game of. Right, let's do. Yeah, we'll do that. But we want to Tanib, the tailor. There's a couple more along. So what do we want? 109. 109. So we've got. No, 103. 103. I think 102 is the one we want. So that would be Baker's, General Shop, Tailor's. So we don't need that one. So we're going to move just one more, so it's 3 steps. We'll double check that, so it's 103. So like I said, you go to the buildings deck, we'll check out 103. There's only one card for that. We'll have a look inside. It is the tailors. We're looking for Tanib and Zilchek. We did quite a fun long quest with Zilchek earlier on. So Tanib now we're talking to. So like I said, once you get familiar, you are less likely to need to get the buildings deck out, but I managed to forget which building was which just over the weekend, last stream. Was it last stream or the one before that? So yeah, even if you forget, you might need them to remind you. Right, so Tanib, we're looking for V2. She does have V2. Let me just get V out of the quest tracker. So all the quests have a little deck, like I said. Some are longer than others. These ones have been a bit misprinted on one of these, but that's okay. So this one's actually got 11. It's quite a long quest, sort of mid-length quest that is. We've got some that are 20 sort of cards long, some that are only 3 or so. So this is a mid-length quest. And Isabel asked us to, what did she ask us to? She's got a bit of a rat problem in the cellar of the pub. So she's asked us to talk to Tanib because she's got a cat that might be able to help out get the rat. So let's have a look at what Tanib has to say when we inquire about her cat. She says, yes. Oh, Tisa. Oh dear. Well, yes, of course, that's fine, but you'll need to find her first. She's a will of her own, you know. She prowls all over the place, I'm afraid, but you might try asking a few people just in case she's been spotted. Sorry, I can't be of more help. Right, so there's a cat. So as we know, cats run about. So what the idea is here is that you would need to talk to people, or if you wanted to cheat, you just have a look on the cards to find the one that's got V3. And in fact, because we were literally just talking about it, we know that Ivan has V3 and V4. So we're going to go to Ivan, who is at the inn. So that can happen too. Anyway, not a big deal. You either, I mean, it's your game. At the end of the day, you can choose to cheat and just look at the cards and find out who it is, or not really cheating, but just take. If you don't want to spend time actually rumbling around and trying to find people and chatting to people, then that's fine. So we're going to go to the inn then. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. And we're going to talk to Ivan upstairs. So we know he's the man we want to talk to, because we're also looking for him anyway. Because we're going to probably unlock the hunting skill with you. It doesn't say anything about finishing a quest for that. I'm pretty sure I didn't write anything that had a quest. So most of the skills are locked behind the quest. But this one is not. I wanted Ivan. I could always write a quest for it, but maybe it's best not. You don't have to always do a whole quest just to unlock a skill. Maybe it's quite nice. So anyway, we're asking about Tandem's cat, Tisa. Ivan. So he says, did see a cat in here. Likes the fire. Can't remember exactly where it went though. Maybe you could nudge my memory a bit and perhaps get me a bottle of mead from the old lamb. Be awful helpful in me remembering the slippery feline. Take V4 if using intimidation. And then at the bottom it says bring 1 bottle of mead, then take V4. So we could intimidate him and just make him tell us about the cat instead of going on and getting him some mead. Or we can buy some mead for him. His intimidation level is 3, which is quite high. Ours is 1. We could pay 25 gold to a couple of characters, but we would have to pay 50 gold because we need to level up twice. So that's a bit much, really. So what we want to do is buy a bottle of mead. Now, I did have a bottle of mead earlier on, but I had to drop some things before. So how much does a bottle of mead cost? You buy it at the pub. So it's going to be someone who's at the pub. Who works at the pub? I'm trying to remember. Isabel does. Does she sell mead? No, she cooks the meals for us. Is it 20 gold for one of those? Alan's a man. So a bottle of mead is 10 gold. Oh, that's not good. We can't do that and buy the hunting skill. So maybe we'll do the fishing to get a bit more gold. How do we get? Well, there are a few ways to get gold, but we can't do mining or most of the foraging. I think we can still do foraging in this area. Not foraging, logging. Can't do foraging. We definitely did. We had a whole stream where we were just foraging for everything. So we definitely can't do foraging. We can't do logging in off to the west, where there is something over the east you can do. Definitely did the mining up. I don't know if we did the mining up there. Don't know if we did down here. That's why I've got a tracker for it now. So let's do some fishing. It's going to take 4 hours of time, but it will give us a decent amount of money. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. Or we could just do, okay, we're going to do that. So we're going to go along again, back 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 steps. So we haven't even been walking half an hour. Wait, did we walk? Yes, we have. We must have. Wait, where did we start? We started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so we've done 1/2 hour already. So this has come up to the first hour. So we're going to go south from there, which is 1, 3, 8. We're going to have to come around this side. We're going to go south. Try to find the fishing spot, which we haven't been to yet. And we're going to go... Can we... I don't know if we can go south from there. Maybe we can go 163. Let's have a little look. I tried to put X's instead of the map card numbers if you can't go in that direction. So we should be able to go south here because there is a number for it. Otherwise I'll have to make a change. Yes, we're okay going south here. So we're on the beach. We're going to have to go 162. And then south from here, hopefully 191. Hopefully it'll still be on the in shot. I'm going to go 192. Oh, it's close. Still in, I think. Just about. And 213. 213. Okay, here we go. 213 and then 214. I'll show you what the card looks like for the sea fishing node. There's one sea fishing node and one river fishing node, and these there's a gold panning node as well, which you haven't done any gold panning. You have to buy a gold pan first. We could do that. These are the only nodes that don't need to be reset because they take actual time instead, so you can just sort of go into night doing this if you want to. So here's the fishing node, 214, and then you see it's got X's in all the directions except for east, which is the way we've come from, which is 213, because that's just the sea and we can't swim. So we'll put this down and we'll head over to the fishing node. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. So what we're going to do is we need a bit of space for the fishing mini game. Might be able to fit it in here. I think we can. Just move some things to the side. Right, we're going to be, what you do is you make a deck of, from this massive deck there's sea and river fish in here. There are nothing cards, and I don't think you can see anything, it's got fish. There are nothing cards, and there's treasure cards as well. What we want are the, well, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Better to have fish really, but we'll see how we get on. So those are all the river fish, we don't need those. These are all the nothing cards. And then we've got small, medium and large fish in the sea, only small and medium in the river, but you do get an extra good one in the river for medium, so there is a reason. And you do get small fish, and you get chits for small fish but not for medium or large fish. They just get converted into gold and raw meat. So then we've got large fish, and we've got a large treasure chest, 2 small treasure chests and an unidentified object in this deck. They're all going to go and create a new 20 card deck that we're then going to lay out. So we'll just quickly check what, it's not that one, we're in the skills rulebook. It's a skills rulebook. So we want to just create a deck in the right way. So pop that there. So we're using maggots in the C deck. So we want 6 nothings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they go back over there. 4 large fish, which is all 4, but they all require a net. Maybe we should buy a net, because you can get 50 up. Well, how much does a net cost? Let's look at Erith. We might go back up. It might be worth buying a net, then we can land these big fish. Fishing net, 60 gold. Oh, okay, we can't afford we can't afford that. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's kind of there as a to bait you in a little bit. Fish. Well, it's annoying. That means that means if we get that, we can't actually do anything with it. That's a bit annoying. Right. Anyway, well, hopefully we'll get medium fish. We'll put all the treasures in. So we're actually not very likely to get fish. Well, how many so there are 6 medium fish we can go for, then 4 treasures. Medium fish. So all 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So none of the small fish, unfortunately. Kind of unfortunate, but well, yeah. So I think the river fishing is actually best for that. But we've got worms for that. But the worms, you've only got 4 chances of picking up from it. I don't know if we should be doing that or not. We need money. Let's get the money. We can always go back and do normal fishing for the quest. So we're gonna get the money from these fish. We're not going to use them for the other quest where we learn the poker style game in the pub. So you shuffle up this new deck of 20 and you create a 5x4 grid. If you pick a nothing card, the cards next to it will also have to go. The cards are orthogonally next to it, north, east, south and west. So that means that the tactic is to pick the corner cards, but as I've said before, tactic doesn't mean you're going to get the best things. It depends how well you shuffle the cards and everything. Anyway, we're going to start off in the corner and we're going to get a large treasure chest, so that could help us out. Should we go next to it? So normally you go for a corner, but I think we've got something good there, so we're going to get something good here. Yes, we've got a medium fish, that's 7 gold, 1 raw meat. We get to do this 6 times because we're using maggots. Should we push our luck and go for another one there, or should we go with something else? Oh, I'm going to push my luck. Oh, yeah. Ah, there's good and bad. There's the shark. We get 50 gold from that, but you need a net to catch it. So that is unfortunate. Right, let's go. Here. No. Do we want to go? I don't want to push my luck anymore next to it, so I think I'm going to go to this one. Nothing. Oh dear. So you pick these ones next to it. That's 4. 2 more goes. Let's try this one. Unidentified object. 1 more. 1 next to it. Ah, yes. Medium fish. That's what we wanted. Can't pick it up. 10 gold for that one. That was a good one. 10 gold for the spur. I'll show it in a minute. So 2 medium fish, 2 treasures, 1 large treasure chest, but it could be locked. There's a 50% chance it'll be locked. And unfortunately we don't have the net for the large fish. And then 1 dud. So there's the fishing minigame. That has taken us 4 hours of time. So we could do fishing here with the worms we've got, but it's better to do that at the river because you get 7 small fish instead of 5 small fish, but you get more treasure here. So it's a bit like, what do you want? Do you want more treasure, or do you want the fish? I think we did quite well to get the spur dog. That's a medium fish. And the large treasure chest. It is a bit unfortunate to get the large fish, but I think it's okay. I don't think it, because you need to get the fishing net. So large fish, okay, and then the treasure chest and the medium fish. So you put the medium fish under, what are we going to do? Yeah, under the small fish, and then we'll put that on top of that. What we want to do then is convert our medium fish into gold and raw meat. So we'll find the raw meat in our animal loot section, which is quite substantial. For the real game it won't be little bags, obviously it'll be something a lot more convenient, like little pillbox type situation where it will be labelled so you can just quickly get them in a box. But this will do for now. So we want 2 raw meat, 1 from each fish. Not a lot of raw meat. I lowered it down because I think you only get 2 from a boar, so it didn't make much sense to get 2 from raw and 2 from the medium fish. We want to cook this raw meat and then we can either sell it for more money or eat it to restore health. So those are the 2 medium fish. Oh no, we get some 17 gold. That's good. So I use these Chinese fortune coins for the gold. It's a lot more satisfying than just chits, and you got a little coin purse for it as well. So 17. It takes a bit of time to do this, but that's kind of the point. I like doing it, but it's perhaps a bit less fun just to watch on a video. So I apologise for that, but I enjoy doing it. So that's 7. And then we want 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 17 more. It feels good to have, you know, a bit of weight there. Right. I've also got a tracker for that. So 17 on top of 29. So that's 18 on 30 is 48. I think. There we go. So that's that done. And then we're going to see what treasure we got. And then we'll go on the back. So we'll do the unidentified object first. So we need to take from the treasure deck, which is quite a large deck of cards. Actually, what we should, let's do the unidentified one first. That is in the hidden treasure. So there's a different deck of cards for locked treasure chest, unlocked treasure chests, and you even get exquisite treasure chests, which are found in caverns. And yes, there's a lot of treasure you can get in the game. Let's put that aside. So all we do is, for unidentified, I think you just take one from here. Because a small, what do you get for small? 3 treasures from a small one. So this is just an unidentified object. You can be lucky, you cannot be lucky. It's 1 out of probably about 30 cards, I think. I can't remember now. Quite a lot of cards. So we keep getting just 2 gold from our treasures. So we're trying to get a bit more than that, so a bit more interesting. Come on now. Blue sapphire! Yeah, that's good. That's 20 gold. Ooh, that's nice. Let's grab that. Oh, we did well. Very lucky. 20 gold from the blue sapphire, but we'll have to go to the smithy to sell it. It's not just worth that. And sometimes you want gems for different things as well. Let me just find the right. That one. There are quite a lot of different gems, and they will have different properties and different things you can do with them, so you just don't know at the beginning. 20 gold, is that the blue sapphire? No, that's a ruby. That is worth the same. There's the blue sapphire. Oh no, we upped that. We upped it. So, blue sapphire, 20 gold. Okay, so we're getting some money. That's what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. Pop that in our inventory. We've used our maggots, so I'll put that over there to remind me. So that can go back in the hidden treasure. Now is the annoying part. Oof. Do we get a locked treasure chest or an unlocked one? So you have four cards that say large treasure chest. I don't know if you can read that because it's in pencil. 2 are locked, 2 are unlocked. Obviously you can roll a die, but I quite like just doing it with cards. I guess you can choose or however you like to do it. So I'm going to do this. Okay, come on, what? Unlocked. I can have a go at unlocking it because I do have the lock picking skill. Oh, but I don't have any lock picks. You have to have lock picks. I don't know. I should buy some lock picks. Come on. No, it's locked. It's locked. Because with this, with the large treasure, you can pick 4 normal treasures and 2 hidden treasures. But it's locked. We would be able to have a go at unpicking it if we had a lockpick. The mini game is rolling multicoloured dice and trying to match the colours, 3 colours on a card. Yeah. What is that? Here, on the back of the card. Yeah, 3 different colours that you have to match up. I don't know if you can see that. So anyway, with one go at it, it's very unlikely. So we didn't get anything from our large treasure chest. That is sad. But we did get something good from our unidentified object. What we want to do is get some more health. So we really want to level up our armour, but we can't do that because what am I doing? Don't want to do that. Put the treasure back. Can't do that because it's raining. That's why we're learning the hunting skill, so we can not be impaired by the rain. Because I guess the one problem with leather is that you are completely dependent on the weather for whether or not you can get animals, so you basically have to learn hunting. I feel that's kind of thematic. I guess you're a kind of ranger type person if you're in leather gear, that's how I'd see it. So it makes sense for you to learn the hunting skill. You actually have to do the hunting, get the animals, and yeah, I think it makes sense. Alright, we'll put the fishing back. That was fishing. There we go. As soon as I got this out, let me have a look at the hunting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how successful we'll be at level 1 with hunting. It's quite a tricky game. Anyway, let's put the maggots back, because we've used those now, and we've also used up 8.5 hours, 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's okay. We've got 9.5 hours still in the day. So we are using a bit of time, but that's okay. Time doesn't really matter because we can always buy some kindling and sleep out rough again. Where are the maggots? Yeah, the maggots. Okay, that's all the animal loot. There's a lot of animal loot as well. There's a lot of everything really in this game. Okay, right, so what we want to do is go to the smithy to sell the blue sapphire. Then we'll have to go back to the inn. Did we add up? No, yes we did. We got 48. And with that blue sapphire 20, we'll have 68. So 10 for the mead. That's 58. So we could actually get to level 2 on hunting. It might be worth doing that. Right, let's go to the smithy first. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No. No. We're going down here. What am I doing? Let's try that again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Smithy is not up there, it's down here. Right, so we want 113. Oh, it'd be good to upgrade our. Well, we got quite a good dagger. You upgrade your weapon deck for this game up to 24 cards, but we did a bit of upgrading a couple of streams ago, so I don't think we need to do that again. 133. I think we need defense more than offense at the moment. 132. So we're going all the way along. There's the pub. Do we need to do the pub? No. Wait, why did I mentioned the pub before? Is that for the quest? I think. 172. And there we go. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another half hour. So it is worth thinking about where you want to go, but it's not punishing if you make a mistake, have to backtrack or whatever. Hopefully, anyway. I didn't want it to be like that. So we're on 175, which is the smithy. We are going to sell our blue sapphire for 20. We don't need to get the guy out. We're not going to upgrade anything. We don't need him. We're going to take that, put that back in the little chip bag. That's okay. And we're going to get 20 gold. Do we want to do anything else? No, I don't think so. Unless you want to do some river fishing, which we could do, but that's just for another quest. We don't need to do that right now. We're getting 20 gold is what we're going to do right now. We're going to fill up our coin purse. So I think this feels great to have these coins. It feels very satisfying. So 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. That's 10. That's 15. That's 20. Oh, that is a fat wallet. Oh, I can barely lift it. 20 on top of that. Now we've got 68 gold. We've made a fair bit of gold there. You can only carry a max of 100 or 99, I think, because the idea is I'd make more games and you can traverse a much larger world. You have whole different boxes for each area, kind of like expansions in sort of online games, and there needs to be a leveling up system, so I need to keep it low for the first one really. So there's a max of 100 or 99 in this area, Port Ovis. Right, we did that. We're going to go back to the inn to talk to Ivan, do a bit of the quest. No, Mead, that's why we wanted to go there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 steps to the pub. We're going to buy a bottle of mead, which was 10 gold. So we're going to do that. So we need a bottle of mead. I think that is in here somewhere. Mead. We've got poison in the game. We're going to get into that at some point. Lanterns. Poison, poison, poison. Where? The mead. There's the mead. I'll probably bundle it in with something else. What about the meat? Or is that going to be in food? It's probably going to be in food, isn't it? I think it is in food. Let's pop that back. There it is. I guess it makes sense to be in with the food. So mead, when you drink it, it gives you -5, I think, -2, -5 health because you drink it. But if you drink a certain amount in one go, you get drunk, which is fine basically, really. As long as it happens indoors. There's a bit of stumbling around with a 4-sided die, which tells you which direction you stumbled around in. If you stay within the confines of the building, with the building deck and the little grid on it inside, then you're fine. You just wake up again. But if you stumble outside, you can lose some stuff. There's a bit of risk involved, but it means you don't get a nightmare, which is something else that can happen instead of a dream once you unlock it through the dream. So we haven't even touched on that yet. There's a whole other system going on there. So we've spent 10 gold. Spent 10 gold on a bottle of mead. Seems like quite a lot. I think we're going to need to keep this out because we're going to talk to Ivan, aren't we? We're going to talk to Ivan and we're going to upgrade hunting. Are we gonna? I mean, I guess so. We got 32. We can take on boar. We can take on boar. But I don't know about anything else. Yeah, we need that. Okay, let's go 12, 1, 2, 3. We can't upgrade now anyway. You can't hold more than 99. So the only other thing would be to build up our weapon deck. But I don't think that's really where our issue is. I guess there's no reason not to. I think it'd be good to learn hunting. We can try that out, the mini game. See how we get on with it. Right. Anyway, we've got to finish off the quest V. We've got the man, a bottle of mead, then we can take V4. So let's see what he says. Let's get him up so we can see him. V4, yeah. So we don't come back to him. He's only got V3 and V4. That's why I gave him the hunting. Maybe I should come up with a whole hunting quest. It could be. Don't have a lot of. I think I've got space maybe for one more. So Ivan says, "Ah, yes, I remember now. She likes a spot up near the stables. Abath mentions it sometimes, sitting by the woods there. Worth a look if you've not done so already. Lose 1 bottle of mead if not used intimidation." We have not used intimidation. That would have cost us 50 gold, so we only spent 10 gold. We got the information we need. We know where the cat is, so we can continue that quest. Up by the stables, so we could head up there. It's only a little bit north of here. It might still be in shot before we do that. So we lost our bottle of mead. Put that back. So they can be quite quick, putting money in, taking money out, putting an item in, taking the item back out again. But it depends on how you're playing a game, and you just have a pause. I didn't have to go straight back there. I could have gone on, done some fishing and finished off the day doing that instead. The question really is now, do I want to spend 25 gold or 50 gold? So each card for your weapon deck costs 25 gold, and every upgrade in level for your skills is also 25 gold. That was the wrong way around. You always have 4 misses in these, so the more cards you have, the less likely they are to turn up. So it's quite good to do it. Right, we've got 58 gold. What is a good thing for us to do? We could just go up and do some more of that quest. Do we want to learn hunting? How does it, we have to go into the woods to do hunting, but that's okay. We can pop into the woods. Let's go up towards the stables and work on that first. We can always come back to this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We want 53. I think it's only 1 up. And then we want to go 54. Yeah, it's on this level, so it's only 1 up. Can we see that? That is still in shot. It's just about in shot, isn't it? And there's the stables there. Because it's just out of shot, I'll keep this. So I'll show you what the stables look like. So hopefully you can see that. We've got a little horse on the top, and then we've got the stable house and the stables themselves behind it. Put that there. So that's 11, 12, 1, 2. It's another half hour. We've still got 10 hours left in the day. So that's, will be half an hour. Half of the day used. Yeah, just up here we can see. So we're at the stables. Abath is who we're looking for. We could check if we're on the stables, but I know that's the stables, so we don't need the building deck, and we're not going to steal anything from there. So we're just going to go straight to Abath, who has V5. I can confirm it. There. Right. So shouldn't have put the V crest back. Let's take that out. So let's go to V5 and see what Empress says. So he says, "Ha, that cat. It's often up here by the woods. Thinks she likes watching the horses, if you can believe that. Go to map card 57, then take V6. It says at the bottom there, a note. Map card 57, then take the next quest card. So we can do that. 57 is just west. One more card. So I can just take that there. And see, we're on the edge of, show you, contextual. So the map card does line up with what the quest says. We're on the edge of the woods here, behind the stables. So try to imagine a cat sitting there for whatever reason. So we go west 1 to make 3, and then we take V6. So V6 is a bit of description rather than dialogue. Unfortunately, this has been printed by accident on a slightly darker card with a texture on it that wasn't supposed to be on it, but hopefully you can still read it. So V6 says, after a little searching, you see the cat sitting next to a scruffy boy. He starts when he sees you, but seems too tired to move. This your cat? Found her here. Don't see nothing wrong with being here too. She seems to like me anyway. Can't relax with Gil the way he is now. Keeps rattling on about pains in his head. Doesn't sleep. None of us can bear it any longer. Hey! And it says, you take the cat. Well, I'll see her next time then. Take quest item V6. And then there's a bit underneath that. We'll get the quest item in a minute. The boy stands, then turns to you. Seen you helping the folk here. Would you do the same for the likes of us? Take quest V8 if you agree to help them up or to hear him out. So we're going to get quest item V6 first. So we've got a deck of quest items here, and they've all got the number of the quest they're part of, or the label for the quest. So V6 we're going to look for. So that's going to be near the back. There's a lot for R. S. V6. There it is. So let's have a little look. Oh, we got Tanib's cat Tisa. So there she is, all curled up. So that's going to go in our quest items. We will put the cat in our satchel. A special slot for the cat. Or in a bag. Not sure how we would keep a cat. Maybe we've enticed it with some treats. So we can hear this boy out. We can take V7, not 8, V7, next card basically. We're up here. Again, this one's printed on the wrong paper, unfortunately. I'll read it out. So it might be some of us have caused you trouble already. So this guy might not. We work on our own but share a livelihood. None of us can stand Gil. Something's happened to him and it's breaking us apart. Look, you help us and we'd leave you alone, right? Be good for everyone, right? Come down to our hut. It's at the southern end of the Greywood. That's the one on the west. No, it's one on the east. Yeah, we've got the Westwood and the Greywood. It's on the east side. Only I can't tell the others you involved. You'd get to Gil and things would get worse. You'd have to sneak in and get to him by surprise. You can do that, right? Well, there's a plea. There's the plea, stranger. He walks away. Go to map card 198, then take quest card V9. So I didn't know where to put those kind of things in, like the map card, go to 198 for example, when there's a description saying southern end of the Greywood, but yeah, I think you need a specific card to say go here, unfortunately. It does maybe take away from the story, but it is a game you play, so you have to know what to do, essentially, don't you really? How are we doing for time? Almost 8 o'clock. How's it? The time goes too quickly. Right, okay. So we've got, so that kid was basically a bandit, and if we help him out and help them out, we won't have bandit attacks anymore when we are out at night, which is very good. It's worth doing that, a bit of that quest. Well, we can't do that this stream, So we're going to take Tanib's cat back. We'll finish this off. I think so. Tanib's, yeah. So we're going to go all the way back to Tanib is. Where do we take her to? Actually, do we take her to Tanib or do we take her straight to who started off the quest? The inn pub lady. What was she called? What was the pub lady called? Let's try to remember by looking at them. Isabel. V7? V7? V8 now, yeah, we're going to change that. V8. I've changed the numbers of them because you would probably take on what that kid asked you to do anyway, so better to make the card the next one. Right, so Isabel. Yes, you have V8. So we're going to go straight to you. We don't need to take Tanib's cat back to Tanib because why would we? So we're going to the pub. Do we need to do anything at the stables? I don't think there really is anything to do at the stables. Neither of the stable guys have new quests. I think we've already done this in a previous. We checked Abath. There's only going to be part. Okay, we're going to lose him now. Abath and someone else. Will. No, he's not starting any quests. Where was that? But there he is. No, he doesn't start. That was just, okay. So we don't need to do anything there. We'll keep that out. We're going to go back to the pub. So we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just put that there. Is it quicker? We'll just go 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, we'll go this way just because it's a little bit quicker. 1, 13. So we'll just pop that in there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay. Tanib's cat, Tisa, we have. Isabel, we have. Keep putting that quest back. Take it back out again. Isabel, that's right. Let's have a look at what she has to say. My thanks indeed. With any luck, I'll need not worry about these rats any longer. Now, keep this between us, mind. Here, your reward and something extra for your discretion. A hearty meal. Oh, those are good. That's worth like 25 gold. Plus 20 gold. That's a lot. That's a lot. So most quests are 10. That's that quest done. No. We have to go to the hut. Yeah. I might keep that on top just so I remember that. Most quests are 10. But she had a discreet little problem with some rats. So she's paid us extra for that. So we're going to lose the cat, obviously. That goes back into the quest item deck. We're going to get a hearty meal, which are the best food items in the game at the moment. Hearty meal. They heal for 25. That's loads. Yeah, in this game, you can only use one healing item during your turn in combat. You have 3 turns for every round of combat. The rounds are dictated by the enemies that you fight, and yeah, you can only use one food item. So having the higher food items is a necessity. We've got one space in our pouch, so we can put that in there. Roll, we need that. So that's good. So that's that quest done. No, not done. Yes, we're going to go over there for the other part of the quest. 20 gold, that's the other thing. 20 gold. We are in the money. We need to think about what to do with all this money. Well, we can't upgrade our armor now, but we could do maybe the next. It can't be raining a 4th day in a row. Although I do live in Wales, so it does happen. Happens. We can rain all week if it needs to. That's 10. It will rain all week if it has to, so there's no point. I mean, but at the end of the day, the more hits you get, you're just going to die. It doesn't matter how good your offense is. There's 20. Oh, 80. Right, 20. Let's add this up. Let's feel good about this. So we're on 50, 60, 78 gold. Okay, that's good. I am tempted to learn the hunting because I can show off the minigame for one thing. And we just need more health. Yeah, it doesn't matter about the attacks so much, I guess. But unless we kill it, well, most of the creatures at this stage are going to have 35, 40 health, so we want to have that. So we need to do hunting. But even with the hunting, it takes time to do. Or what else is there to even learn? I have to have a look. I have to have a think about what to do. Time is up. I'm going to pack up. So when you pack up, I'm going to stay at the pub. So we keep that one separate, and then you create little piles east to west, west to east, because they're sequential. And then you just put them in the correct little place. So we got 28, 29, 30. So I don't think it takes super long to pack up. But it depends how much adventuring you've been doing, but hopefully that shouldn't stop you from adventuring. Like the idea of having to pack up lots, because I think it's still quite easy. It still will never take longer than 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure. Even if depends how big your table is, I suppose. But this is a decent sized space, pretty average table size that I can film on, and I don't find myself needing to do it too much. 91, 92. So we've got a few little piles here, and then we just put them in the right deck. So we have a look for any 100s to 150 and put those in. So we've got 113 over here, 103 here, and then 113. We got 132. 128 over here, 130. Ah, the 132 goes straight after. We're on 131, yeah. Okay, now 138. So all of those ones just went straight into that one. Then we want to go for one higher, 150 to 200. So we've got 162. 172, and then we've got two lower, two higher. So let's do the higher ones. 191. Wait, oh, 191 was in the other one. Let's put 213 away. One could have been put in this. 191. Okay, and then the last one's 64. So 53, and then 64, and then we're done. Yeah, a few minutes, say 5 minutes to the max. Then we put the carpet on and the amount of steps we've done into a spare spot here, or just you can put it even on top if you don't have a spare one. So that's us ready for the next playthrough. That's it done already. Didn't take too long. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.